Welcome, Luis.
Hi. Since yesterday.
Oh, yes, we already had a really nice conversation, even if it was
Yes.
weak yesterday. And yeah, welcome to the Winning Lawyer podcast, where we
Thank
explore
you.
the journeys, challenges, and trials of legal professional from all around the world. From now, just in Portugal, and even if I had around 5 interviews, I also
Yeah.
managed to interview one of your friend, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is
So it
this
was
is
a nice coincidence. Yeah.
yeah, this is super curious. So yeah, you can give a quick introduction of who you are and what you do. It would
Okay.
be an amazing start.
Okay. First of all, thank you for the opportunity. And wish you the best luck on this
Thank you.
mission. Uh, and I'm available, of course, for whatever you need on the future.
Thank you.
And so I'm lawyer. I'm being a lawyer for 25 years. Uh, most my main areas always were around corporate law, accessorizing companies, with a special focus always on tax law, uh, both on compliance and tax planning advice, avoiding problems, let's say, on this way, but also on litigation, uh, in traditional courts, and also on arbitration, arbitral courts, um, but always working on other things like company commercial contracts, uh, labor, and last years, um, I've I'm interested in all, I keep interesting and start some studies on Web3, blockchain, and crypto economy.
Nice, nice,
I've
nice.
always worked with other colleagues with in teamwork, uh, and it's curious that we have this conversation now because this year and at this particular time, I'm starting a new project, a new company, a new law firm. So it's a new beginning.
Yeah, as we were saying yesterday, it's always even if you had a long career, there is always a new beginning, a new
Yes.
challenges that is always nice to start. And how have you decided in the beginning to be into corporate law, tax law?
Well,
With something that you tried many different things and then you decided to be specialized,
no,
or
no, since the beginning, since the beginning. I'm not sure. I don't have an image or
hmm
something. I don't remember a spark or the moments when I decided to be a lawyer or study law. But one thing I know, this option was made about for at 16 years old or something, and I've always have special taste and special interest on business, on the business world. I'm the first, and at this time, the only one in my family we with studies in law and the only lawyer. But uh, always look for the with more enthusiasm for the world of business, companies, that dynamic. And I think naturally I've joined both worlds, both things.
Mm.
Um, I like numbers. I like business. I like the dynamic of business or various sectors. And I don't like so much those. teams, more personal, more
Mm.
related to family issues or um, crime, whatever. Uh, I like crime. I like to treat to work on crime issues, but economical and tax crime always. So I think it's a reunion of naturally joining those worlds, those two worlds that I like, and I think that the way
Hmm.
it started,
Yeah, it's also
and
the.
even in the on university,
Mhm.
I always prefer economic law, economics, tax, wherever regarding the business, commercial, whatever regarding business. I'll always have my focus on that since
Yeah,
the
maybe
beginning.
maybe you were always interested on networking with some specific person
Yes,
at a
yes,
different environment, right? That can also
yes, and
be
even in
inspiring.
law, in my concept of being a lawyer, um, I've always looked at this thing as a thing of teamwork. I prefer the teamwork. I think the sum of one, two, three, four, five professionals, the result is not four. It's much more than that.
Exponential.
Yeah, the interaction between us, the exchange of experience of sensitivities. Uh, um, People are different, person are different, and the sense at the moment regarding some kind of problem or problem solving. One head or two heads work and think better than one. Uh, that's a principle.
Absolutely. Is it something that you also learned from the clients that you worked with, maybe in the beginning, like working with them, seeing how they were managing their business? Have you learned
Yes,
also
yes,
something from?
yes. I've learned so many things with small companies, with big companies. I've learned because each business have particular needs and goals and challenges. And we, as a lawyer, we cannot be only, I would say, an external advisor.
Mm.
You, if you have the perspective of the only the external advisor, you cannot reach some goals. But you if you evolve with the company, if you know the people, if you know the needs, if you know the challenges, the goals, uh, well, if you know the business a little bit from inside, you do a much better job, no doubt.
Also, like we can say it, you it's better to care about the business as if it's your own, kind of, right?
Some kind of, or at least we have to face this job uh, as real department of our clients.
Hmm. Mhm.
You got
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
feeling, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And that's why it's crucial to have a team. Otherwise, it's
Yes,
impossible
yes,
to manage
and
everything.
only for another reason because nowadays, I think it's going to be much more like this. Uh, one single question and one single problem, one single project of investment from a client, it can the range of match of areas that it touch one single question. We got to answer the question about tax,
Hmm.
commercial contracts, labor. finance law. It's not only one question. Most of the time, we do not go just one for one way.
Hmm.
The answer is much more larger. And if you have a team,
That's how you get results.
your capability of response is much more.
Yeah, maybe being an individual lawyer is more for what you were saying before, like familiar, like
Yes, I think so.
personal familiar problem, stuff
Yes,
like
I
that.
think so. Yeah. The problems that business, even a small business, put you. It's much. The range is it's much bigger.
Hmm. Nice. I was thinking, if I would have to imagine me after 25 years of career in what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So I will ask you, how how do you think you how do you keep the motivation high, or the driving force, let's say, besides maybe starting new project,
Mhm.
or I don't know.
To be
I think
honest,
it's crucial part here.
I don't have an answer because myself sometimes I, um, I don't know how we.
You ended up arriving where you
Yes,
are.
it's because sometimes you we want to we love this job, okay, but
Hmm.
sometimes I feel and I think everyone feel the same. Sometimes I wish to do something different, and I sometimes do something different.
Completely different.
Uh, and I need to do something different. I've done something different things or different business. Nowadays, I have one small business running, starting, but there are always things that runs by side of the big job, and it's correct. Sometimes we have the most I don't know how we say we are very positive and with a
Hmm.
and sometimes with a positive energy, and there are days where I'm tired of this because this is tough, it's hard, it's really to be technical with good technical. We have to have to and to improve other skills like communication and the empathy with the others, the empathy with the clients is essential. uh but I think it's the same all the sectors and
Yeah,
all
I
the
know
jobs.
the.
Sometimes we have wonderful, the environment is crazy, and some days it's the opposite. But it's very important because I think when the we have to like this, uh, we have to have earnings, profits from this, but you have to be happy. Uh,
Mm.
and I felt just an example. I found some some years ago. I found a law firm. It was a project. It was a thing. It was like a son, something that
Hmm.
is yours,
Yeah.
really yours. But somehow, um, at some time, I felt lack of happiness. I don't feel
Mhm.
happy to. Didn't felt happy to go just to go to the office. And
How do you manage that situation?
well, less than a year starting feel like this. I've just talked to my partners. We have different ideas. We have different point of views for the future. We have different critics, well, our
Hmm.
our analyze of analyzing the business, we have different ideas about it, and we just talk. And I just left those thing that was really mine,
Is the
but
same as a
I just didn't feel happy. So
mhm. Is the same as a romantic relationship or a relationship with
I think
a
so. I think so.
kind
You
of.
look at the personnel, or you look at the business, and you think it doesn't work anymore.
Mm.
I don't feel happy to. I prefer to go have a coffee or play golf or
Yeah,
something,
whatever.
more than be there. Why?
Hmm.
It's mine. It's my business. There are my partners. There are my friends. So, but something is not doesn't work. It's like the
Hmm.
yeah. It's a nice nice comparison.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't. I try to see all the connection between a lot of things
Yeah.
in life in general, and
Yes.
yeah, I was thinking in the day-to-day life of a lawyer where you basically are super busy running right and left, managing clients, deals, and everything. How did you keep or how do you usually keep also the self-awareness to also stop and say, okay, let's look back or look what I'm doing to know, even to analyze, for example, if you're happy or not, if everything is going the right direction or not. Do you have some side activity that you do, side hobbies, or how,
Yes.
or even some routines? I don't know.
Yes. Yes. I have three things that another business that is starting.
Hmm.
We have basis, but okay, it's really starting. I have my family, wife and kids, so that are important parts of all the things. Um, read and see many things on YouTube or whatever about cars because I have a huge passion about cars and Italian cars. I'm
Nice.
crazy about it. And I have the thing that I practice since my 10 or 11 years. And just keep loving and more than it's golf. Uh, and it's therapeutic. Uh,
Mm.
a golf course is not playing golf. It's all also being with friends and being on that part of nature, the field, the green of the course, the sea, the wind. That's something that um, uh, it works like something medicine,
Like
like
some
it's
sort of
therapeutic.
some sort of meditation, because I think you also have
Yeah,
to be
yes.
very present in the moment, no?
If you're not focused on that, if you're thinking about work, if you're thinking about other problems, other things, you just don't play.
Mm.
The game doesn't works.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is
So
that maybe you can also have some insights about, I don't know, some work that you're doing, some intuition
yeah,
that you receive out of nowhere playing golf,
yes,
right?
yes. And it's a nice network too.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Network maybe with potential clients and also other lawyers, I guess.
Yeah, yes.
Do you remember some specific intuition, like crazy things that you solved while you were playing golf instead of maybe staying there in the office in front of the problem?
I cannot point one particular
No
thing, but
specific.
sometimes we have that click, that idea.
Mm.
Sometimes I go there and I work. Sometimes I'm going to with my laptop, uh, and after or before the game, I can work too. And sometimes we met someone. We start a conversation around the game or around the table with a beer or so, and something starts. a relationship, a business relationship, a client lawyer relationship, an idea to a collaboration with other lawyer. That things happen and happen in golf like in tennis or everything. I think it's essential to have this kind of an hobby or something that we can for one side we just go outside our work, our daily worries, but at the same time we can maybe improve something and know someone with the same or complementary
Hmm.
um, interests.
Do you think networking is one of the most important marketing that you can do in your law business?
I think so. I think so.
Hmm. And if you have to think about many others type of marketing that maybe you have done uh, in the past or in your career, how which one would it be that helped you?
Uh, One thing that I'm sure it's I know people, I know other colleagues, I know clients, I know companies that I've never had the opportunity to know without the social networks. Uh, Things like, for example, and things like LinkedIn. Uh, it's a tool. Otherwise, we were on the age of running and always taking a plane or the highway to know someone. Uh, but the capability of these kind of things, these tools to put the things together, put people working, talking, knowing each other. It's
Hmm.
incredible. It's something that we 30 years ago we just cannot imagine.
Hmm. And I not in the podcast, but in other occasions, I talk with other lawyers, and I noticed this thing that it's super important, of course, to connect with other law firm, with other
Yes.
lawyers, etc. But I saw it kind of that some lawyers were doing it out of desperation, like I need to connect with other people in order to maybe get some deals sometimes. Like there is a big difference, I think, between doing it with a abundance mindset, like creating
Mhm.
connection to
Yeah.
help more people instead of trying to be attached with a lot of other lawyers or other law firm because they're afraid of not getting deals, let's say. Have you noticed this thing, like in solo lawyers maybe that have started their own career and then they end up
I don't know.
in a law firm?
I think it for well being some kind of with a rush of some desperation.
Hmm.
It's not good anywhere. So we got to look at these things like just to connect people, okay, just to know people. One, two, explore and be available to other opportunities. Yes, we all are available. I think, or the majority of are available for new opportunities, new challenges. But also three, um, trying to find new clients, trying to find new work from companies, from clients, and also from collaboration with lawyers. But we got to do this with the well, you got to know that things doesn't happen with a click. Doesn't happen most of the time. Doesn't happen so quickly as you want it. So we got to be cool. We have to wait. You have to have some criteria to know to choose our connections. Uh, and communicate with them with that sense of criteria. Uh,
Also, maybe setting also the right expectation
running
on, right?
running for a business or a new business or running for a new client is not the same as running for a new job.
Hmm.
So you got to communicate on different ways with different terms. Um, I think so.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I totally understand.
It's not simple.
Nothing is
I agree.
guaranteed.
Yes,
Nothing is guaranteed, I guess. And you also said before that you had to develop some qualities during your career that maybe you were not expecting, right? That maybe you start starting low and you're not thinking about some specific thing that you have to learn. Was was there something um, from your personality that helped you in your business, and what were the things that you had to change to be successful in this 25 years? We can
nice
go with the
question.
first. We'll go with the
Nice
first
question.
question first.
I wasn't expected, but yeah, thinking thinking in 1 second.
Yeah.
Think I have a quality. Portuguese doesn't Portuguese people doesn't like to say I have a quality, but we have,
No,
all
you
of
have to
us
be proud
we
of
have
our
qualities,
qualities.
and we have to do. I cannot say I have a quality. Yes, I have. So maybe
Absolutely.
I have so many, but one quality that I have, it's I think I'm the kind of person who with um, I always say I make friends with some in an easy way. It's easy for me to of course I have to make some selection after know the people, whatever. But I connect easy connect with people and easy make relations with people, and it's a plus.
Hmm.
Uh, and one thing that I've law well being a lawyer made me different. I remember myself as a teenager, as a someone with that quality of making friends, but I was a little bit shy.
Mm.
And, not one thing is making friends. The other thing is communicate with public and whatever. And being a lawyer, because I have I have a considerable track record of conference and congress, things like that. And the court, I don't, I'm not a huge fan of court work, but the court, the congress, the conferences, there are things that made me make me or develop me on me the the power of speak for public, for 100 people, for 200 people,
I cannot
whatever.
imagine. I cannot imagine that for now.
It's not a big deal. Uh, the first time my first experience, I remember that
Terrified.
really well. It was something in Lisbon about tax planning. I was 25 years old or so, and I was the only one with that age on the room, and the other guys were lawyers, CEOs, accountants, whatever, with much more experience than me. And I was presented like a well, like a the special one, the young guy that knows
Hmm.
everything. It's a star. that I felt they are not talking about me. It's not me.
Ah, they were
I'm going
introducing you
to.
like that.
Yeah, but I was scary, just scary. I was a trainee lawyer, so and
Uh-huh.
then I start to talk. I received some questions there were big challenges. I felt like I was not reaching the public. I was not answering the questions. But in the end, people came to me and give
Congrats.
me the nice words that it wasn't a huge, so good performance. You have to talk to you later about it, and I felt, what's going on here?
This is me?
And since, excuse me, so you're talking to me. So since that, since then, well, I continue to make this kind of things. I like to do this. We always feel those feeling of those fear, little
Yeah.
fear before, but since we had start to talk and to expose our team, well, and these kind of things made me nowadays I'm completely different on
Hmm.
in this kind of things. Yes.
Do you still have that feeling now if you have to have a public speech about something?
Hey, I was saying there are some seconds or 1 or 2 minutes that you feel that that's
Hmm.
something. It's a fear. It's a little fear, of
Like
course,
protecting
but
you.
it's something that you since you start to talk and to expose, it goes away.
Hmm. Okay. So the
It's
best quality,
like a singer on
yeah.
stage. I think it's the same.
Hmm. So the quality, the best quality that you developed, that you have to develop in your career, you think is was this one?
Yeah, because study or writing, I always write quite well, I think. Uh, um, but these were the 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 biggest challenge, I think. Uh, Communicate with that purpose, with with the public, and with the public who wants answers, who wants problem to solve problems, and they are waiting. We have 50 people or 100 people watching you, and that's for sure. They are not only listen to you. There are one, two, or three that are going to answer to put some question. You don't know what kind of question is, so you get to prepare to the most different things, and you have to be that flexibility. Or first of all, you have to know what are you doing. You have to be the you have to be technical prepared, of course, and you have to have this kind of flexibility to
But have
to
the
to go to touch the people and to go or answer that question in order to the person doesn't go home feeling that was not
not worth it,
yeah.
let's say. Cool. You also said you're a good writer. You you were the author recently of a book, right? You wanna talk a
Just
little
one
bit about?
of it is a nice book, and it reunites lawyers, accountants, um, university professors, judges from high courts, uh, with a colleague, a lawyer that is not also author, but coordinator of this. And I'm just one single lawyer on this universe of big names, and it was an honor to me because one of them is a quite is one of the most recognized judges in tax in Portugal. Someone that I in my work I've quote something so many times his name, and one is a most of recognized professors, uh, and he was my teacher on the post graduation in '99.
Wow.
So write something that he put himself to his work. It's an honor for me. It's a
It's like
privilege.
a full circle, no? You start.
Yes, it's the sense I've sensed that I'm feeling. I felt that. I have to say that when I saw the all the authors, and I realized that I was between them. I have this strange feeling of completing something.
Like you made it on some specific, yeah.
Yeah, it's good for one side, and but it's bad for the other side because I'm getting old.
Uh, I mean, nobody will escape from that.
Yeah, that's the fate.
For
That's the
sure,
fate. Yeah.
for sure. But it's also, important as you are doing, to collect all these memories and things you are proud of, right? And
Yes.
besides, let's say closing this circle with the book, if you have to look back to your career, even in the beginning, what was one of the things that make you most proud of? Maybe in different phases of your career. Let's say three things: the beginning, the middle, and in the end. Let's say end.
At the beginning, being able to start to work with companies,
Mm.
and it was something that I wanted, and then it was something that I've made it, and but I have also the opportunity to start my training in lawyer in the an office that was somehow was different from the others, from the traditional. We work on something that, and we have many clients that were different from the traditional law firms. So I have at the beginning this luck of be able to work with some new new things, new business, and start my own office, my own first or two offices with most of the clients were already companies. In the middle, I have to say that law firm that I found with other partners, it was something very, let's say it's very mine,
Hmm.
and somehow well, I finished with that I told you, that sense of unhappiness, but for a long time it worked, and I was satisfied with that. We have companies. We increased the team. We had partnerships with law firms in Spain, Luxembourg, and two in Brazil. It was very nice work, challenged work. We knew new realities and new kind of new new point of views for the same thing, different culture. It was very nice. And at most recent times, I'm looking for the recent times as a real restarted, and I'm very happy. I'm very positive about this new law firm that I'm making with my new colleagues, and I have the well, it's a joining of work and quality and luck too. I have some um, very nice achievements on some tax procedures on courts and on arbitration too, that had made me very proud of my work and made my clients very satisfied too. So it's that's how it works. Our quality, our effort. Uh, they have just one thing, one goal. It's to be our client, to see our client happy, satisfied with the work and with the result, of course.
Hmm. I'm curious about tax crimes, the situation and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
um, were there some situation where you were feeling a lot of pressure on specific cases where you said, "Oh my God, maybe I cannot do. I don't know if I will
of
win
course.
here."
Yes,
Stuff like.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, yes, yes. There are things that we look at first time and see that we
This
go by that way. It's okay. There are things that we and I've always have one rule: not any client hears from me, it's no problem, it's guaranteed. um, no,
mm,
that because there are always a chance of something going wrong. But sometimes we have so difficult issue on our hands that we have that strange feeling of okay, uh, 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 um, I say to the client, it's very difficult. It's a huge challenge, and the possibility of things going well are very very low.
mm,
But at the same time, you have this that fear that well, I'm not at this level. I'm not the right guy for this.
mm.
And I remember one thing.
In what experience?
Now I remember. Yes, one experience. It runs perfectly, just perfectly. But when I start to work, I have the feeling of I not I don't know anything about this. Well, it's exaggerating, of course, because it was one completely different thing. It's about distribution and commercialization of automobiles on Europe. It was, I would say, things about car market.
Hmm.
Let me say, the, uh, I have to study and to competition law
Oh,
was
okay.
lacking. And there was I have to work in things that are used not to I'm not so familiar with that, and I have to study a lot. I have to emerge on the world
The
of
topic.
European laws and in things in competition law, particularly on the car distribution around Europe. Uh, mm, but I started with one white paper, of not a
Sorry.
single idea, or just a single idea, of course. But at the end, I have a complete, how we say, a complete analysis of the market. Uh, I've made some corrections and some advices to the client in order to avoid some kind of problems. Clients just observe and put in action those advices. The business is running perfectly, and I've made it myself without anyone, without any advice from another
Amazing.
colleague. It was it is an exception for that idea that I have about the teamwork and everything.
Hmm.
On those particular case, I just find myself locked in the room, uh, alone for 2 or 3 days, just looking at this and solving the problem, avoiding problems, or trying to avoid problems, and the result was 100%. Uh, this,
Great. Impressive. And that's
this kind of things happens too.
yeah. So maybe before you were thinking that you're not ready, and at the end,
Yeah,
that thing actually
I've
boosted
made
your
it.
confidence later, and then
Yes, yes.
you were able to achieve
Anything
it.
is possible. You got to think, you got to study, you got to push for your brain and be reasonable.
You know,
Of course,
it's interesting to
I
go.
wasn't. I wasn't starting well. mm, when I say I don't know nothing about this, is nothing, but it's not. It wasn't nothing, but it wasn't
Mhm.
the regular uh, feeling.
Yeah, this helps me to open to this one of this final question that I usually ask. And actually it's the first time. I asked to other lawyers, but in the podcast it's the first time.
Yeah.
Based on what you just told me. My agent marketing agency is called Winning Lawyers, no? So I thought now, uh between I don't know the being brave to start maybe a case that you're not super confident in
Hmm.
and start or technical part, how much you study, how much effort you put in in your work. What do you think can make sorry, what do you think can make a lawyer a winning lawyer between all the different skills
Oh.
that you might have, excluding the technical part, so let's say the knowledge that someone can have.
Yes, the knowledge is it's something that it's a principle. But I think it's not. There are not a magical or
Hmm.
receipt. I think it's the mix of things, of various things, and with different um, roles on different times too. You have to be skilled, of course. You have to be brave. Yeah. If you are shy, if you're afraid of everything, it doesn't go anywhere. I know someone that always say, I know everything. But when the client asks you, no, I know everything. The client goes away, and I'm terrified sometimes because I know
Hmm.
nothing. But not in that way. But we have to be brave. Brave with responsibility. If I don't know, if I'm not secure, if I'm not prepared, I don't refuse that. But if I go to work on this, I go with my team, not alone. But we have to be courageous. You have
Hmm.
to face the challenges, face the fears, face the most the negative things, and there are sometimes we have in this job, like others, I think sometimes we feel like everything goes and everything runs, and sometimes we have weeks or months that are like crossing the desert. Doesn't Things doesn't work, and we have to be, um, we say, the courage, the skills, the braveness,
Hmm.
but also the resistance, the resilience,
Hmm.
being able to be stuck on your goals, on your challenge, and and face the difficulties, and just go, just let it go, uh, um,
Hmm.
and study, prepare. I've made a lot of courses, post graduations, training courses, executive courses, because the world is changing every day, single day. I used to say that somehow at this time and every moment, every minute, there's someone in the world with a new idea, inventing
Try
something
to, yeah.
that we lawyers are going to face it and to
Hmm.
work with it. And so you have to be always on the edge, always adapted to the new things. That's why I start to do something on Web3, blockchain, crypto,
Mm.
and something because it's not the future, it's the present. Blockchain in justice, blockchain in supply chain. There are things that are running, are working, are happening. It's not the future, it's the present. So you got to be always on the edge.
What is the most like the biggest thing that is changing thanks to AI in your business?
Nowadays, I think it's that tax are is one of the areas with maybe more resistance on these kind of things for and not only on AA but also on things like we look for the and in Portugal and in Europe we look for the I have this the sensation I have the feeling that our authorities look for the crypto assets like being just another kind of financial assets, and they are producing law, rules, everything with this point of view. I think it's not
Mm.
correct. They are not just financial assets. They are, yeah,
Users.
they have some some characteristics of financial, but it's not the same thing. Uh, and I think we have a lot of work to do. It's not. I think it's a mix of lack of knowledge, fear of the difference, um, well, the afraid of the different things, and that's why I think we are not on the stage that we could be uh, on the application of AI
Hmm.
in these issues. That's possibilities mixing text uh, with accounts, and is very. We see that here we can if we mix accounts, tax, and management of a company, AI will be an important tool.
Hmm. Interesting. Let's see.
Uh,
So in 5, 10 years, what can change?
yes, 5 years. I think 2, 3, 4 years. Maybe we be able to see something. Uh, I think it's not avoidable. It's not the future; it's the present. So I think somehow on the question of few years you're going to see something on this like blockchain on courts. Uh, it's a tool that can avoid big problems,
Hmm.
but it's not implemented yet. But I think it's something that we in 4 or 5 years we're going to or maybe more we're going to
Hmm.
see somehow being effective.
Yeah, I think it's a big quality that you have. I mean, after 25 years, to keep being updated and open-minded on new things. Because if I have to think, maybe someone as your age in Italy for in other businesses, usually the sentence that is always repeated is, "We always have done things in this way."
Yes, yes.
and I think it can be also common for other
That is
people
terrible. That is terrible.
that
Yeah,
kills
but I think
the
we have
future.
to think that our 50s are the oldest 30s. Nowadays, we are much more for we are much more younger than other generations were.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
we are we are more updated and more able to new things that the other generations were.
Hmm.
Someone reaching the 50 years old was about to think he was thinking already on ending the activity, and but
Mm.
I think today we think in a different perspective. I think
Yeah.
most of us.
Yeah. Talking about age, last two questions. How old were you when you started your career?
20, 25, uh,
Wow.
25, I think.
Nice.
25, I think.
And the last question, if
We were training period,
amazing.
and
Imagine yourself 25 years old now and looking back. This is the last question. What would be one advice, biggest advice that you can give you, or maybe some
well,
yeah, course that you can give to yourself?
the only advice that I can appoint,
Hmm.
it's an advice this with the context. I'm from the generation of maybe the last generation here in Portugal, that we live some time where it was possible to have a, let's say, a romantic point of view of being a lawyer.
Mm.
We have that idea that finishing university, you go to inscription on the bar association, and we have the 2 years of training period. Uh,
Hmm.
and since we finished the training, most of us start new offices with closest friends, with colleagues that are complementary. I think that time is past.
Mm.
And one thing, it's not just one thing. My advice to the young people that study now is don't go by for that way, that romantic way of
Mm.
starting something new. No. If you go to do that after 20 years of career, after
Mm.
10 years of career, depending on the success and the skills. Um, Start with big or medium or boutique law firms, but start with the firm. Start seeing the most different kind of issues, of procedures, of business, of clients, or whatever, in order to start to have an idea, an exactly idea of what you like, what you want to do, um, and pay attention to the new realities. People with 20 years uh, now,
Hmm.
all they are always connected with social network, with games, and everything. Look at this with like tools from your work too.
Mm.
The technology of a game, the technology of a social network, it's a technology that you can use to on your work, and you have to be able to advise someone that is running a business on digital world, and try to connect that digital reality, this technology reality, with your traditional skills and traditional issues like tax, contracts, um, how we can go to court with a new economy issue. Um, well, I think it's on this mix is the generally general advice for the young generations.
Amazing, amazing. Really good advice. Okay,
That's,
Luis, thank you so much for your time.
yeah,
The
it was a
episodes
pleasure for me.
ends here. We haven't really talked about what you practically do, but I think it's also the mission of the podcast talking more about the personal experience, challenges, and the mindset itself of the lawyer interview. So I hope you
I
appreciate the question and maybe give you
I thank
the
you very much, and I'm at your disposal for what you need for something in Lisbon, maybe. You
absolutely.
can whatever idea you want to put in practice, you can count on me,
Thank you so much.
and I'll be watching your work
Thank you.
and
Thank you so
keep
much.
the woodworking. Okay.
Maybe we'll have a golf game sometimes.
Yeah,
Who
you're
knows? Why
invited
not?
to.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Lars.